Hey, getting started in a little bit, getting everything set up right now. Getting started. Hey, Humble, can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy, I gotcha. How you doing?
Excellent. Everybody, if you are in the live chat, press number one if you can hear us both, because I'll be honest, I've never done this through StreamYard itself. So, first time for everything for me here. Been streaming for like over 10 years, and I've never used StreamYard like this.
Oh, it's I use it every week, so it works
You're a
out pretty
pro.
good for me.
Awesome. Let's make sure that the audience can hear and see you and me, and then once we get the A-OK, we should be good to go. Got a little talk about little precious metals, your recent adventures, silver, stuff like that.
For sure.
Got it. All right, everything that I can see should indicate that we are both live and we're both audible. So, if you guys are here, anybody's here. Yeah, everything I can see is good. So, hey, man, first and foremost, thanks for coming on the live stream here. We just kind of sit back and shoot the shit and have a good time talking about metals and stuff. Appreciate you, Humble. If you don't mind, I'm not sure if everybody, in my audience knows who you are or not. Just take a second to kind of introduce yourself and we'll get this going.
Sweet. I go by the Humble Stacker. I run a channel here about stacking silver and gold. I do lives almost every night. A lot of people that are here have been to my lives. Some of you haven't. I would love to talk to you. We talk about stacking. What we picked up, what people have picked up, what I've picked up, the prices that I've paid. I love new stackers, especially. Older stackers are great, but they're seasoned. They already have their ways. They do things a certain way. Newer stackers have a bunch of questions, and I love teaching. So anytime that I can help answer some questions on chat, I will.
Yeah, I definitely see you putting in the work. Always dropping videos and lives and doing all different stuff. Recently you were out at Harry's Coin Shop, right? How'd that
Yes,
go?
yes, on Saturday. Oh
Hell
man,
yeah.
it was an amazing experience, honestly. Harry is just like he is on camera with dragons as off camera. So I thought he would be under like some sort of contract with dragons, because of how many videos he's in all the time. But I
Yeah.
know now that Harry's not under any kind of contract. He's just that generous of a guy. So he'll talk to anybody about anything. And so when Dragons goes in, him and Harry have a great relationship, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been doing videos with them for so long now. But when I asked him, I'm like, hey Harry, can I go live? And he goes, I don't care what you do, go for it. And oh man, it was such a great hearing that from him was awesome. It was on at that point.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those guys, just seems like the neighborhood, just gentleman. And I'm sure he runs a successful business just from all the rapport that he's built up over the years.
Yes, I'm sure he had people coming in. He had other people from Seattle. He had people from Puyallup down there while we were there. So a lot of people are actually going his way to avoid the 10% or 10.5% PM tax that Washington State put on people.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad they got all these taxes in some of those western coastal states.
Yes. So going down there was a bonus in that sense as well. But I've always wanted a sovereign, right? So
Yeah.
I got a half sovereign while I was down there, which was
very cool.
Totally cool. It was in his melt bin.
Yeah, I see a lot of that, and we can kind of get into that later about just sort of the way LCSs kind of look at pours and the way they look at, commemorative pieces. I always find that stuff in like just generic melt bins. Like it's just like they're like, let's just get it off the books. Let's just sell it.
They've got to move product.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. They won't sit on stuff. They still have to make money, even if it's not as much money as they're supposed to make.
Yeah.
They still have to make money. They still got to turn product. So that's why you see generic bins. That's why you see melt bins and things like that.
Exactly. When you see these stores are probably $10,000 a month just to keep them open for the square footage, let alone all the utilities and everything else, employees and everything. So, yeah, they got to be churning and burning constantly. It's a grind.
Catcom. Yes, I invented the first fractional gold back last night.
Oh, is that you? What'd you do? Tear one in pieces?
Cut it in half.
Yeah. It's a quarter, or did you tear a quarter in half? Make an eighth?
No, I cut a half in half and made 2 quarters.
Nice. There we go. You got to do it again because they've already got quarter gold backs. You got to go a little bit more fractional.
I know. I got to go fractional.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can be slick here and bring you to the forefront here. Let's do not slick at all.
So if you hover over my square on the bottom,
yeah,
there's a square on the left that's a big one. You can click that and it'll make me full screen.
Got it. We're rocking this out. I don't know how to go back to what I was doing, but we're back.
That's all right. You can click. Yeah, there you go. And you can actually go to where you can go side by side as well.
Okay.
That's a good view.
I got it. All right, we got this. We got this. We got some, Walker rounds there, the half-ounce Walker rounds that I was presenting, but yours was more interesting. I'm trying to get you back up there. But yeah. All right, cool, man. So you said something earlier. I think that's kind of like interesting conversation piece is that you said, just stacking. And I always hear this narrative shifts like every 3 or 4 months of like, what is actually stacking versus collecting versus just buying, toy medals and stuff like that. I don't know why people get so defensive over the word stacking, but in your mind, what is stacking to you?
So the way I look at a stacker, right? Okay, so a stacker is somebody who stacks on a regular basis, is constantly putting metals towards the pot. Okay, they don't wait for dips. They buy during dips, but they don't wait for dips. They don't wait for a break in the market. They don't wait for a good deal. They're constantly buying. Okay, right. A stacker is somebody who is constantly buying.
Doesn't matter at all what they're buying. Like if they're buying constitutional or commemorative pieces or the cheapest bullion they can find? Like, do you care?
Well, I mean, essentially, you want to build your base stack, right? So whatever that looks like, whether that be 200 ounces, 300 ounces, 400 ounces of a base stack, generic bars, rounds, then you can start looking at the food, at the the flashy stuff. But you'll get some flashy stuff along the way. Don't get me wrong; it's what keeps your interest going. I'm a firm believer in a cheat day, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You got to have a cheat day when you're stacking as well, because it can seem redundant and just can get boring over time, especially if you're stacking just one thing. If you're stacking just dimes or stacking just this or that, I mean, it can seem boring after a while. So stay true to your guns. Keep your head buried. Oh, God, yeah, let's talk about that.
I'm just stacking some fours there.
Yeah, keep your head buried and just keep your eye on the prize. It's a long-term gain.
Yeah,
it's not something that you make money on tomorrow.
No, I completely agree. And you were talking about like keeping it fresh. I've talked about that over the last like month or two, where it's like you just get so bored with I do at least. I'm easily bored. So when I'm buying just like random generic 10-ounce bars or 1-ounce rounds, and like you just get to that point where it's like, yeah, the weight keeps going up, but man, like there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to show. Like I don't even care what comes in. You're like, all right, cool. Throw it in the tube or throw it in the bin.
Yeah, like, you've got to mix it up.
Yeah, that's why I got into the walkers, man. I had to get something that like I know 90% is like not the most sought after desired thing right now. I don't really care. It's just something that keeps me interested and keeps me putting money into precious metals, that and gold. But yeah, yeah,
gold for sure.
I think it's shining like a mirror, man.
Yeah. This is I won this, of course, on Whatnot, but it's gold plated. Nice. It's like a mirror.
Yeah, that's really, really buffed up.
It's a 90%er. It's a 41. It's so shiny, it took me a second to read it because of the reflection.
You gotta get some shadows on there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What is that like little piece to your right? Is that like a pen? Like a shirt pen? Or?
Yeah, over on Whatnot, I bought a whole bunch of bulk silver bins.
Okay.
They were $42 for an ounce, and this happened to be in one of them.
Nice. Is that like it's like a necklace thing, right? Like a charm? Is that like a buffalo or something?
Yeah, pretty cool. Like a buffalo.
There you go. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, you always have a nice mix going on there. I'm like boring with my display here. I gotta rip it up.
Got my new baddie in.
What's that?
Got my new baddie in.
Oh, nice.
She's showing off.
She's feeling the cool air.
Yeah, she's always showing off.
What's your plans, man? What's your plans for I guess the end of 2026? Are you got like a slow and steady cadence like you were talking about with just building your stack, or do you have like something you're targeting, like a nice piece that you're trying to pick up?
Well, I always have a stacking goal, right? So last year my goal was it was 205. So it was 200 ounces of silver and 5 ounces of gold. I fell short on the gold. Okay. The silver will always come. I crushed the silver, right? So I changed my focus a little bit more towards, and I changed my goals this year because prices were so high at the beginning of the year. I cut them in half. I went 125 and 2, right? Which the 125 is more than accomplishable, especially with the prices like they are now. Yeah. And the 2 I'm going to crush, right? So this year I'm going to beat my goals. And so I want to, I'll probably accomplish those around the middle of August.
Okay.
So the rest is all gravy.
Yeah, my goal was kind of met because the prices went up too dang fast last year. So I had more of like a permanent allocation goal was kind of how I was doing it. And it was not so bad when gold was like 2K and silver was like 20 something bucks. But when it all ran up, I was like, well, I don't even have to buy anything right now. So I kept buying during the run up. It's like now I got way more than I kind of like wanted, which isn't a bad problem. But it's just like I don't have to buy anything. So now, like again, back to like keeping it interesting for me part. Like there's nothing I'm really like seeking right now. I'm just trying to like build a full complete set of the Walking Liberty half dollars in MS65, except for the key dates. The key dates, obviously the MS65s and key dates are like, 80 grand, 150. I can't afford that.
I was going to say that's a frothy goal. That's a pretty frothy goal.
Yeah, so those I think I'm going to try to do VF25 for the keys, like the 1921s and stuff like that. And then everything else I'm going to try to get 65. So there's some pretty like priced 65s that are not the 21s, but I feel like it'll be a good collection. And what's funny enough is when I first started this collection goal for the graded coins, silver was like $90, and quite honestly, I haven't seen that much of a drop in the valuation of these graded 65 walkers, even as price fell all the way down to like 57 or whatever it is today. And they're still selling for like, a basic, regular date, not a great, strike graded coin in MS65 is still selling anywhere between 115 and 150. And that's what they were selling when they were $90. And it's kind of funny that the premiums have been completely saved in these numismatic pieces, even when silver is not being represented like spot price the same. So I found that very interesting. So yeah, you got the walkers.
That's a 21.
So many of them.
This is a
21's a good date. Yeah, 21's a good date, man.
You have any?
People
21s?
Don't realize. Yeah, I do. I can go get some if you would like. I'd have to get a second. You might have to talk for a second. But yeah, what people don't realize is how low mintage those were in the first place, and then if you factor in all the melt, my goodness. Yeah, you talk about something real quick and show your 21. I'll go grab some.
All right, buddy. What's up, chat? Yeah, it's Humble. Was invited up earlier, so I am all about it. Silver Dragoons, great channel. So I'm glad everybody's here. Yeah, so he's gonna go show off some walkers. He's been collecting walkers lately. So I got this 21. What's up, Peng? I got a 43. And this one here is a 42. The 42 and the 43 are not in bad shape at all. The 21 is a little rough, but it's a 21. So even though it might be a little rough, it's still a 21. Okay. And that makes it that much more worth, just its weight because of what it is. It's probably going to range in the VF range, I'm sure. But still, not a bad one. I got that for like $13 on Whatnot. I won it. Can't complain about that. 21 Walker for $13. It's a steal. And this thing, like I said, is a gold-plated Walker.
Yeah, so I brought some out for you, bud. So here, let me switch to this real quick and show you this. So yeah, I've got this is one of my couple of my more recent pickups. So here's just a raw one. I think I might get it graded just for the learning process. I have it kind of like estimated at like a G6 range. But so this one's probably my nicest piece right here, 1921 VF25.
Nice.
Definitely not a cheap coin. But yeah.
No, by any means.
This was a nice one that I picked up. This one is another one, 1921D with the gold label PGS. This was a V8, VG08. I'm considering, because you see those like weird little
the lines,
toning lines. There's two lines of toning.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking about doing is actually submitting this to the National Conservation Service from NGC and having it like they will check it out to see if they can do like a conservation service on it. And if they can, they'll basically, I guess, crack it out, clean it, and then put it in like an NGC label. I think is how it, or slab. I think that's how it works, but could be wrong. But they basically clean it. Yeah, Catcom probably knows. But yeah, So I'm considering getting this one clean just because there's some like unsightly lines there, but I'm probably going to replace it with a VF25 anyway, so it's not like the biggest deal. Oh, whoa, my camera just dropped. My camera went flaccid, y'all. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. And then I look here. So I've been building out my Walker album, and I've got pretty much the whole thing done. 1921D, obviously, I've graded, so I need to buy myself an album piece, and then the only other ones I need are right here, the 16S on the obverse, 17D on the reverse, and the 17S on the obverse. So I'm gonna go to a coin show next week. Oh, I'm not even showing that. I'm going to go to a coin show next week, and my goal is to basically complete my Franklin album. All I need are the proofs in the Franklin album, and to complete my Walker album. And I would feel like a pretty good, you're talking about goals, like not necessarily a stacking goal, more like a collector goal. But that's what I'm shooting for, man. It's like, just again, this is how I'm having fun with the hobby, or
for whatever, sure, you're keeping it fresh, but you're still stacking in the same sense. So I mean, every stacker's got
literally cents, 50 cents at a time.
Yeah, got per collection as well, right? I mean, I got that 1884 Carson City Morgan that I flashed.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's sweet. I might. I need to pick up one of those, don't I? Do I need to pick up a Carson City?
I wouldn't say that it would hurt your stack any.
They're pretty cool.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's in the GSA, right? So it would grade fairly high, but how high, who knows? Whether it be worth the money to send it in, who knows? But yes.
No, I agree. So it's fun, man. And by the way, we haven't done so in a while, but Mandy Lee Rain, welcome. Catcom, Pang Stockpiles. Who else we got chatting it up over there? Steady Stacking 871. Thanks, appreciate you being here. I saw Silver State Stacker, Night Flux, Brandon. Thanks again, all you guys, for hanging out and just kind of sitting back and talking about precious metals with us today. We do appreciate it. Yeah, so, hey, what do you think about the U.S. Mint with those, like, Liberty 1 ounce silver and those half-ounce gold pieces? The half-ounce gold pieces were like $16K, right?
Yes. You want to know what the crazy thing about that is? People, yeah, I bet people have bought them.
Oh, it's $19K. I'm wrong. $19,000 for the 1 ounce. And
I bet people have.
Oh, wrong screen. Here we go. I'm sure they bought them. I'm sure they're going to buy them.
I'm sure they have too. You can have your coins. You can have your coins restored through a grading service, and that's what he was talking about. The restoration process of cleaning the coins.
Oh yeah. Like, I don't know if people understand. I mean, there might be still people that don't. There might still be people that just don't think that that's the right thing to do with your coins. But yeah, it's a service that what they do is like it's these professionals, right, who look at your coin and they determine if they can conserve it or not,
and make it better than it is.
Yeah, and if they can conserve it, then they do, and then they re-slab it for you. So it's not the same as, like, I guess, me cracking it out, dipping my coin, and then resubmitting it for grading, and like trying to like cheat the service and be like, oh, hopefully they don't know that I cleaned it, right? It's not like that. It's literally like their service to keep your graded coins fresh, because quite honestly, like, graded coins aren't immune to continuing to oxidize or continuing to tone and stuff like that. Yeah. So
yeah, I have quite a few graded coins that are toned.
Yeah. The only argument I've heard for these things, and I'm going to throw it out there, like, I don't think that these are worth the price that they're being offered at. In fact, I think almost everything at the United States Mint's way overpriced right now.
For sure.
And I think they adjusted when silver was $120 an ounce, and they made a mistake. Dipping won't help that coin. Yeah, that's why it needs to go to the NCS, brother. I'm one that has spent a lot of money on collectible pieces, not even talking about precious metals, just other things. And I'm about to buy actually original art from artists in some of the other hobbies that I'm in. So, like, I'm somebody who can appreciate craftsmanship and artwork and things like that. But there's still a point where the price point just doesn't make sense. And for me, these price points, they just don't make sense. And you remember that whole narrative, like, oh, July 4th, the U.S. is going to rebase the currency in gold or some crap like that. I think a lot of people came to that weird conclusion because they saw the prices of these things. And they're like, the only rational reason that they would price them this high is if gold and silver are going to go up crazy. You know, like, I think that was the basis for their understanding. So
yes. Yeah. And that could be, they could have also misconstrued something that somebody said and then ran with it with their own. I mean, people hear what they want to hear all the time. You know, and Catcom, mint sets are the best buy this year.
Mint sets, okay.
That's what Catcom says.
Like the proof sets? What do you think of, okay, so here we go. I'm looking at it right now. We've got the West Point Mint, American Eagle 2006. I'm going to ask this to the entire audience. We got a couple people here. All right. What do you guys think? A 1 ounce coin minted by the United States Mint, American Silver Eagle, West Point proof for $173. I think the non-proofs are what, $169? In the chat.
Well, if there's only a $10 difference, I'd go proof. But
yeah, exactly. So here we go. Here's an uncirculated 2026 non-West Point for $169. So literally a $4 difference, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all think that this is a fair price or is this overpriced?
Oh, that's insane.
What do you mean?
That's an insane price.
Like overpriced?
Yeah, you're paying almost 3 times the amount for an ounce of silver.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful proof coin by the U.S. Mint with a nice little box.
I get it, man, but at the end of the day, you're talking about, you know, you're not going to get a lot of collector value for that coin, anything more than what you're paying now. Okay, so you're paying so much more for the premium on it now. When you go to sell it, you're not going to get anywhere near that. You're going to get spot plus maybe a few bucks. And if you're looking at spot plus a few bucks, whatever the spread is, even the ungraded Eagle underneath it, still not worth it. When you can go to an LCS now and get an Eagle for $60.
Yeah, and when you go to sell this, I mean, you have to basically sell it to who, right? Because think about this though. Even if you sell it to a collector, they're not going to want to pay you what it is from the U.S. Mint because that means it's never been touched, right? So like, they could just buy it from the U.S. Mint. You know what I mean? So they're only going to accept less than that from you for sure. And LCS is only going to pay you probably spot plus, you know, $2-3. And that's if it's in mint condition.
Yes. So, I mean, honestly, is it worth the premium you're paying now for it when spot's sub 60?
Yeah, but they put craftsmanship into it. They make the dies.
They put craftsmanship into the 2013s and they put craftsmanship into the 86s, man. I mean, look, you can get, I understand your argument. I do. But, and if you decide that that's where you want to spend your $173, more power to you. But I will stack 3 pieces of silver to your 1.
Gotcha. Do you think it's fair criticism to say that this price is overpriced for 1 ounces of silver?
Oh, I completely do, and I know where we're going with this.
Well, I have a question then. Like, would it be fair criticism to say that like $180 for 39 grams of silver is probably overpriced?
I in my opinion, $139 for how much?
23 grams.
23 grams?
Yeah.
For 23 grams of silver for $139, I believe is a little overpriced.
Yeah, probably is a little bit overpriced. I mean, they're beautiful. They're pretty bars.
Yeah, I mean, not just. I mean, like the one down, fourth over to the right. Second one down, fourth over to the right. That one.
38 grams for 187.
I like when my silver's rippled.
Yeah, it looks sweet, dude. Like, these look
I
nice.
Like that. I like that look. However, would I pay that price? No. And I'll tell you why. Here's another reason why I would never pay that price. I know people that pour silver. Okay. And you know what? If I was going to pay that much for a piece of silver, I would buy a furnace, melt it myself, and do my own work at that point.
I mean, I've been kind of, I put that off. I was going to do that myself. Like not to resell it or anything like that, but just to, melt down my own stuff and like just play with it and pour it into cool things and remelt it and pour it into cool things, because I think it's really nice. I mean, I think it's really pretty bars, but I think it's perfectly okay if this person wants to list them for 3 or 4x or 5x the price of silver. That's their right, but I think it's also perfectly right of anybody else to criticize and say, hey, these are overpriced, they're not worth the money, right? Like, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's worth the money to some people is not worth the money to others, right? So whether it's worth it or not is a matter of opinion. But if you're going off of base price for metals, that's way overpriced. No matter how much work gets put in behind it, that's double the price of the metal for craftsmanship, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
If you really want to do this for a living, this is about you. You've got to show the world what you've got, because if you don't reach out and show the world, if you don't make that Instagram post.
Never mind. He was just saying something about like ignore the haters and don't listen to them and just do your own thing and don't let it bother you. Something like that. So I just wanted to make sure I understood what he said. Anyway, so beyond that, yeah, I don't think anybody should get kicked out of like Discord groups and, you know, stacking organizations simply because they disagree with the way somebody prices something. Pretty crazy. But
yeah, I think the consequences were a bit extreme, but you know, yeah, I just think the consequences were a bit extreme.
I'll say this though, I have spent a lot more money for a lot less silver. Case in point on the screen right here.
Understood, but you're not buying a poured piece of silver. You're buying a piece of history.
Well, and
that has numismatic value.
Technically, it was poured right into a bar and then rolled out into a sheet of planchettes and then cut and then pressed, right?
Yes, and then stamped with a date on it. Okay, and because it was U.S. coinage.
Yeah.
That's different. It's got collector value. It's got numismatic value. The other one probably has collector value too, but at the end of the day, what do you think the LCS is going to give you for a poured silver bar that says punk on it?
I think they're going to probably give me melt or just back a melt.
Okay. So,
and I think as long as I told my customer that up front, I wouldn't have a problem charging whatever I had, as long as I told them like, hey, look, this is a decorative artistic piece made by me with a lot of passion. I hope you enjoy it, but just understand that, like, you know, don't expect the LCS to pay you this much when you go to sell it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, full disclosure. Yeah, you're buying a piece of art that I'm charging you double plus for spot, you know, almost triple in some cases.
Triple pretty much, yeah.
Triple, you know, and that's you know, I mean, you're very proud of your work if you're charging that.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it's good. It was a good work. I mean, it's looked good.
It's good work. Don't get me wrong. I get it.
It ain't no paying one piece Luffy bar, though. I can tell you that.
I deal with people that do good work all the time.
Yeah, that looks cool.
You know, this is a piece I put together.
Yeah,
the
really
copper coral was poured by B. Waller 76, and the silver turtle was 3D printed by FG and poured by Cartier Silver.
Oh, that's sweet, man. Yeah, you got a little bit of everybody kind of working together on that one.
Yeah, it's a collaboration, right? You know, and that's one of the greatest things about this community is people have no problem collabing with each other. You know, while you got me on big screen, hold on a second.
Yeah, Peng doesn't know it, but I'm going to buy all of his walkers from him pretty soon.
So the reason I'm not going to cut those up is because...
Hey, the damage has already been done, son.
There was so many people in chat that were excited that I cut it up because of why I cut it up. Okay? But you are completely right about the hyperfractional goldbacks, and I want to be a first.
All right, here we go.
Quarter.
We got the quarter. All right, we need the world's first 1/8. What is this, Oklahoma? What's it say up there? I can't see it.
This is an Idaho.
World's first Idaho goldback. Or 1/8 goldback. Sorry.
Now, how should we cut it?
I think
Diagonal or just straight across?
Just straight down the tits, right? I mean, if you go right up down the middle of the tits, you get. No, that's not gonna be exactly 1/8, is it? That's not one. It's not halfway. It looked like it was like right at halfway, the focal point of the whole piece. Yeah, that's probably smarter. Fold it and figure out where the half is, because you need 2 equal pieces to Freudian slip there, right? Yeah, to be exactly 1/8. Catcomb is not a fan of this cut in goldbacks, brother. But I don't see why anybody would care, right? Because these are goldbacks. Like these are real gold, right?
They're my goldbacks.
They're real gold. They're goldbacks, and he cut a quarter in half.
First 1/8 Idaho fractional goldback.
There we go, boys. You want a quick 1/16? We just chop another piece off.
Bam, baby.
More frack goldbacks. The message of the day, not the tits.
Yeah, the reason I cut this one up is I have a somebody who won a half goldback from me.
Yeah.
Okay. I've shipped it 3 times. It came back, returned.
Oh, jeez.
I showed it on screen. Okay. Now she's gone to other chat rooms and blasted me in multiple chat rooms. So I brought her in a chat, cut this in half in front of her, and I sent out another one today for her.
Yeah, and don't send an apology.
No, I sent it. Instead of talk to you later, I put talk to you never. Okay, because I was very specific with this one. That Opal Rose, this is the last piece of anything you will get from me.
I have no idea who any of these people are, but as long as you held up your end of the bargain, you spent more money in shipping that damn thing than it's worth.
I know. And the fact that I've had to ship out 3 of them now is even crazier. You know, so it's all right. It is what it is.
You should cut them into like thin strips and ribbon them with the scissors.
Well, I was thinking about auctioning this off actually because people were so excited. You know,
there you go.
You will get one half of it and a story to tell.
Melt it into a little like dollop with your lighter or something.
Yeah, because they do burn. You watched West Texas.
Oh, they burn. Night. Oh, I didn't know they burned. Yeah, well, never mind then. That's no fun.
Yeah, West Texas burned it up.
Lit it up. What is that?
It was actually, he did like a 10-minute or like a 5-minute video on it. Just lit it and just watched it burn.
Ship that gal in the top left. The one she's at the beach, man. She's busy, Pang.
He's having fun, Pang. Leave her alone, Pang. Leave her alone, man.
What is the coin that's in the large NGC like soapbox looking slab right underneath the goldbacks? What is that?
These two?
The one on the left, the big white soap.
That is a 2026 Nui 1 gram Spinosaurus reverse PS70.
Dude, they make so many coins from that random country. I couldn't tell you where Nui was if my life depended on it. But I have a bunch of gold pieces and silver pieces from that place.
Me too. I have a lot of them. And this was my last 10th eagle I picked up.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you doing platinum, or is that what that is? Sorry, was that gold?
No,
I couldn't tell.
That's gold.
Okay. We had a lot of light reflection. It looked like almost like a platy eagle there.
I got a 1/10 platy kookaburra floating around here somewhere. That's nice. My only representation of platinum right now.
Yeah, I got a little bit, not a lot. I might pick up some more, but I've been a firm believer. I know everybody likes to tell me that I don't have a crystal ball, but I mean, if I saw 1,000 people walking off a bridge, like I would know that they were going to fall off the bridge when they walk that way. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just kind of look at the general trends and like you don't have to be exactly right with where it's going, but you can kind of see where it's going, right? And sure. I'm kind of still holding out. We've been until I see anything that shifts the momentum of the market. I'm kind of just waiting for like 55. And again, like we talked about earlier, like I also have plenty of gold and silver right now, so like I'm not like anxious to meet any other goals other than the fact that like I just want to keep acquiring walkers and
and like I mentioned, every stacker will get into certain points of collecting. I mean, look, you're doing it to keep it fresh, so of course you're going to have something like that. And the fact that you're doing it, you already have your silver that you're looking to stack for the year because of what happened. So, like, keep it fresh. If you set a goal to do walkers, just keep in mind at the end of the day, unless you sell all those walkers to a collector, if you have to sell it to a coin shop or a smelter, you're not going to get what you're paying for them now. But I think every collector knows.
Well, if I sold them today, I'd be making a lot more money than when I paid for them. But I get you.
You would. You probably would, because you'd be able to sell them to a collector.
A hell of a lot more than I paid for them. No, I'm not even talking about the ones I'm not talking about the graded ones. I have like 500 ungraded coins too, that are all walkers. So and I bought those a lot cheaper than prices are today.
TFT.
What's up?
How's it going?
Serpents, TFT, American Silver Eagle guy. We got a lot of homies from the Discord in here today. Appreciate you guys stopping in here.
Silver Serpents, what's up? TFT, what's up? Goldback. How's it going, Goldback Butchers? Going good. I actually butchered a Goldback just a minute ago.
Goldback Butchers, that's funny. Who said that? TFT, oh, my man, my mod.
TFT,
what's up,
yeah.
TFT? And Joseph Reserves, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you being here. How's it going? Bear, what did something just happen? I got all sorts of cool people in here that weren't here just a minute ago. Thanks everybody for hopping in here. There must have been something going on at the same time that we went live. But
yeah, who knows? That's cool though.
Well, Humble, if you guys, since we got a new crowd in here, Humble, do you want to go back and kind of explain your visit to Harry's Coin Shop and how was that experience and how was Harry in the flesh? Was he as authentic as he seems on the videos?
Oh, Harry is amazing. Okay, very genuine, completely. Bear was actually with me when we went down there, and so was Jamie. Jamie's in chat too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw Jamie G up here earlier somewhere.
Yeah, we rode down with Jamie. It was a fun ride. I rode shotgun. I showed off a bunch of Jamie's gold as we went down. And when we got there, we met Swag Dad 99. So he was there. Okay. And we went in, met Harry. He was expecting us. Swag Dad already called him. Jamie already told him we were on our way down. And very welcoming, shaking everybody's hands, thanking us for coming down. Looked right at me, said, hey, I told him I have a channel. He asked me what it was. We talked for a minute, shook my hand. He says, and I'm like, yeah, we came down to buy stuff. So he turns around, grabs some wooden trays with felt on the bottom, hands them to us and says, here's your shopping carts.
Nice.
And didn't matter what they pulled out from under the case and put up on the counter. Whatever you put in your tray, you just walked around with.
Nice.
It was awesome. It really was. Harry is great. When I asked him if I could stream, he said, you can do whatever you want. And at that point it was on, so then I was streaming. It was pretty cool. It really was. We took a picture. So we got a picture with Harry at the end. He said he was going to subscribe, and I think he did, because the minute I left, I saw a new sub.
Nice.
So yeah, that was cool. Harry was quite the man. We're going to go back down again, and I was asking him questions. He had no problem answering any questions that I asked him. Like, his favorite coin is the Israeli war recently in 64. I think he said it was. It was in the 60s. The Israeli war, the 6-day war. That's his favorite coin of all time. And that was pretty cool to learn that about him and what he thought were sleeper coins. Like the half cent and the bust 50-cent piece were the two sleeper coins that he brought up. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, there's just not very many of those. So I can understand, you get a nice quality, draped bust or flowing or hair or something, like that. Like, I would covet those too. I had a buddy, he does a lot of metal detecting out in, Western Virginia, not West Virginia, but like Western Virginia and like kind of rural areas out there. And he is always finding like crazy stuff. Like, again, like he's found, draped bust and sea deliveries and stuff. It's crazy. It's like, where are you at?
That is awesome, actually, that they were able to find that.
He's got like all these old, bullets and just crazy, just the coolest stuff. Belt buckles. It's just the craziest stuff out there, because it's all kind of like Civil War era territory and stuff. And a lot has happened in like the whole Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland area.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I mean, yeah, there's a lot of war history there, right?
Yeah,
So
tons. Yeah, I live all around battlegrounds and
you should get
memorials.
a metal detector.
Yeah, I'd probably have to get permission from some of these places, but yeah,
You probably would have to, but you could find there's lots of cool finds. Another thing about him is, he let Swag Dad behind the counter to go check out the safe.
Oh wow!
And they were sitting there talking about the safe for about a couple of good minutes, and yeah, just like I said, just an amazing dude.
That's cool.
The fact that he let him behind the counter to go check out the safe was like, really? Wow. Just not worried about anything. Just very humble guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Somebody in chat was like, humble stacker met the most humblest FBS owner. And he gave me $50 for gas money. Jamie drives a Tesla. Yeah. He said, who drove? And Jamie's like, I drove. He went around, turned around, went to the safe, grabbed $50, turned around and handed it to him and said, here's for gas.
Yeah, he knows that these videos really kind of, shed a lot of light on his business, I'm sure. So he probably appreciates it.
Yeah, anything I can bring to Harry, I would. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. Hey, you've been doing something, or you have done something that I was curious about and I wanted to learn about. Can you tell me about like pay dirt and basically like you're panning for gold, or like what's going on with that? How does that work?
So pay dirt is exactly it. It's got dirt and it has a certain percentage of gold in it that they send out to you. It helps doing pay dirt in the house or in a controlled environment helps you get your panning skills up, because panning in the wild is a whole lot different than panning in your, just panning in the wild is different. So you got to have some sort of experience when you get out to go do it. Yeah. But I do pan for pay dirt. I do pan pay dirt for gold. I actually have quite a bit of gold that I've panned. My daughter does it as well, which is pretty cool. A little humble. She calls herself. So she pans for pay dirt as well. She actually did some, not this last weekend, but the weekend before. Didn't quite get what she wanted to, or what she was supposed to. And that vendor, without me contacting him at all, sent out a new bag for her already.
Oh, that's cool. Here.
Yeah, sent out a new bag for her. It's here. He told me how much is in there. He said it'll be twice what she received before. So she's going to.
That's cool.
He took care of
her. That's cool.
He took care of her. She streamed it. And when she waited, it's the disappointed look, the sound in her voice. And he watches the stream when we pan.
Yeah.
So and he didn't say anything, but he just sent it.
That's cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. How long does that whole process take to kind of get through all the sand and then get through it again to make sure you didn't miss anything, like all that?
Well, it really depends on how big of the bag is, really. So you can get some people that send you a 1 pound bag that has a 1 gram guarantee in it, right? Okay. So that just means it's that much more material that you have to get through to get to the gold. So that takes more time.
Are you when you buy that, are you basically when you pay that price that it's it should have that gram? You said it's guaranteed, or
I don't buy a pay dirt unless it has a guaranteed amount in it.
Okay. I didn't know they even did that. I guess I'm naive. I just kind of assumed they took the dirt from some region that could have gold in it and they weren't sure. I don't know. But it sounds like they put the dirt from the region, but they also seed it with a little bit of gold to make sure their customers get something.
You hit your minimum. Yes, to make sure you hit your
minimum.
Because most people out there won't buy a pay dirt unless it has a guarantee.
Gotcha. It looks like the chat real quick is trying to summon Kalilo, and they're trying to summon his name by saying his name. No, the way you summon Kalilo, guys, is you say PMs for sale, PMs for sale, PMs for sale.
Yeah, you have to say PMs for sale 3 times. And then Kalilo shows up like Candyman.
Yeah, he'll be here in at least in 5 minutes or less already now.
5 minutes or less, he'll be here.
I mean, come on, guys. We've done this before. This isn't our first rodeo. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the way that works. But Kalilo's a good dude. He's been a great addition. Well, not really. He's kind of been around for a while now, but he's been a great addition to the stacking community. Very again, just generous and genuine, authentic dude. He's pretty cool to talk to.
Yeah, Khalil's cool. I'm down for that.
What's up, Red Cloud? Red Cloud 919 is an OG to the channel. I'm talking like 5-6 years. One of the strongest supporters of the channel and everything. He's been around forever. Back when I used to get death threats and hate messages and violence messages and doxing messages, all that kind of stuff. He's been around.
Is that because of was that due to your gaming stuff or?
yeah. Different crowd. Let's just say that. Oh, that's a story for another time.
You guys are a lively bunch.
What's up, Teresa? Oh yeah, we were shock and all, baby. Shock and all radio, Howard Stern, yeah. Or we just tell people how it is and they don't like to hear it. One or the other.
Hey, that happens. Sometimes you don't like to hear what you're told.
It does happen. Oh, is Khalilo out there in that Oregon, Washington area, I guess? Because they're saying y'all were gonna meet him out by Harry's. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, he's down in that area. I mean, Swag Dad drove an hour and a half. Right. So
okay.
I think anywhere within an hour and a half, he's to be considered close to Beaverton, especially if you're going down to meet a bunch of stackers.
Yeah, we need to do a big get together, but it probably should be at like a Vegas coin show or the fun show in Florida, something where there's multi days, so it's worth people to travel to, if that makes sense. That'd be a good time. That would be a good time. Got Mustard and Biscuits. Damn, we got everybody. Teresa, Silver State still hanging out there in the background. I see you lurking over there. Anybody else I forget to mention and say hello to? I want to make sure I didn't not give my salutations to people that are hanging out. But yeah, this is the hard part about live streams, because you talk about all the fun stuff, and then people show up late. You know what I mean? And then you don't want to go back and talk about it all again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, we could be talking about silver being sub 60 right now all day long.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. And, I think that if you're a silver stacker, although silver may continue to go down over the next, rest of the year or few months or whatever it is. Do you remember 2 years ago, you would have never in your life thought that silver would get up to $50-$60, right?
People just $50 was their price point to sell.
Bro, I thought I was mad at buying under 30. I was like, why am I buying silver at 27? Told my wife, I was like, Michelle, I'm the biggest idiot in the freaking house, but I'm gonna do this. I don't know why I bought a kilo. I'm like, this is probably the biggest mistake I ever made. Oh man.
TFT has a question, man.
Oh, we got a Q on the screen.
We have a Q on the screen.
Adrian. Wait, what has been the hardest piece you've hunted for your stack? I think you go for that. You're the guest. You go first.
My answer is easy. I don't hunt for any particular piece. I buy the best deal at the time. And
so you're a budget
I buy weekly.
I want the best and most affordable silver I can get.
For the most part, but you can get premium pieces for not much higher than spot right now. So
that sounds like a hunt to me. So what are you hunting for when you're looking for premium pieces at spot?
I'm not hunting for anything. All I'm saying is that if I'm looking at the bargain bin, and then to the left of it there's an eagle for $1 more, I'm buying the eagle.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's all.
You're looking for good deals. You're looking for value, right? You're just a value hunter.
Always. And honestly, my stack, what I've got into my stack, if I sold today, I would make a lot of money because I pay half. I've paid, pay half if I'm, at most.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I had 1,000 ounces under $40. So I didn't really care. So
I paid premium for this. I paid melt for this when I was at Harry's, but I paid melt. Yeah, okay, this coin right now, I can get $110 premium on it if I sell it online on the Bay.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's a good find.
So, I look for the best price possible, and I buy the most metal possible for my metal in most cases. I bought $3 worth of dimes while I was there. Why not?
No, I'm with you, dude. I'm straight up. I'm a cheap bitch. I want literally when I'm buying for my stack, I want the cheapest price per ounce that I can find for pure. That's like what I really focus on for my stack. Now, right now, walkers, I haven't really been buying too much because I don't think the price is right yet, if that makes sense. I wanted to come down a little bit more because most of the bulk of my walkers that I bought were well under this price point, and it is what it is. I can ride that out. But yeah, I'm really, really cheap and frugal. So when I buy, I shop like every online dealer basically. And because just so you know, my LCS isn't like y'all's, and I can't go down to Harry's and get some really cool deals. My LCS charges like above spot for everything, and whatever pays you well under spot, that kind of place. But
yeah,
I go on, I look at every single store. I literally look at deals. I look at 1 ounce. I don't care. It could be the ugliest crap you've ever seen with the dumbest designs you've ever seen. If it's 1 ounce pure and it's cheaper than everybody else, I buy it. It's like as simple as that. But for the walkers, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for. I have a very specific coin that I'm looking for. This is like what I'm actually hunting for to answer TFT's question. Is like, what is your like hardest thing that you're hunting for? Sorry, 1 second. I'm leaning over. I got a new case and it's like awesome, but it's huge. It stores 100 graded coins. So let me get like a little bit more clarity about what I'm actually looking for. This is a piece I picked up today, but I don't want to show that one because it's ugly. Here's one. Oh, I got to switch it to me, huh? I can't really show people you, I guess. All right. So this is MS65 Walker. So I'm trying to get the full, like pretty much the full Walker set besides the key dates. And what I'm looking for is very specific. I'm looking for like a moderate to well-struck coin, and each one of the dates and the mintages has a different qualifier for like if it was able to be well-struck or not. Like, I mean, you guys probably all know this more than I need to tell you, but like there's certain key areas on the coin, like the face, the head, the hair, the hands, the high points and such. And then you got like, the eagle, the breast feathers and such. The leg feathers, the breath feathers, the top of the tail feathers. But this is like a stunning coin. It's got all that silver luster. It's deserving of that 65 mark, right? It's got a really nice, really nice ability. Oh, I'm sorry, I have it upside down for you guys. It's got a really nice, strike on the hands and stuff. Anyway, the breast feathers, block your breast feathers there. That's very specific because my goal is to get a display on my wall of every single date and mintage in a bright white, beautiful luster, no toning, nothing. And so like I actually am hunting these down, constantly searching auctions and stuff, trying to find the right ones. And I don't really care if it's PCGS or NGC. I'm not nothing against Annex and ICGS, but I'm not really focused on those, or ICG. But like you can see, like here's another example again of just like a nice 65, like bright white, high luster, high eye appeal. What's that?
That's an older soapbox. That's nice.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find these really nice examples of this coin because it's just to me they're just exciting. They're beautiful to look at. Like they're mesmerizing when you like. And they're probably not doing the camera justice, right? Or the camera's not doing them justice. But like they just have that like alluring, glowing appeal where you can just kind of like look at the light refractions off of everything. It just, I don't know, draws me in. So I want like a whole wall, dude, literally. All 65 of these suckers up on the wall, shining bright. I turn on the lights and it fucking blinds my family. Like that's what I want.
Nice. Goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if you don't know, I have an ambitious goal as well. A goal. I want to have the largest stack of Walking Liberty $50 of any person in the world. How about that?
Of Liberty House.
Yep. I want to have hundreds of thousands of them by the time I'm dead. So,
okay.
I've been just buying slow and steady. But in addition to these in addition to the slab, thing.
I appreciate your goal. But if you're looking for that type of goal, I don't think slow and steady is the proper way to approach it.
Well, it is when silver gets up to $120 an ounce and you don't believe that it's that price, right? So that's what slowed me down.
That's
when
true.
silver was at like 50, I really kind of like started to slow down, but I was still buying a little bit. When it hit 60 and plus, I literally I was like, I would buy just nothing. Like I would buy a couple coins off eBay for like under melt, but it's still way higher than it is today, that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, 55 is my price range. And paying out there, my man's got some walkers, and I'm going to be making him an offer, cash offer soon. And other people in the community have sold me Walking Liberty $half. I'm just telling y'all right now, this mother effer right here, Silver Dragoon, is going to be the largest bag holder of Walking Liberty $half before I die. Damn it!
So you're going to take the Morgans and the pieces and trade them for Liberties?
Morgans and pieces, I have like less than 10 combined.
Well, that's what Ping's getting rid of on this 90%, right?
No. I messaged my man Pang. I said, "How many walkers you got?" And he told me, and I'm buying all.
I thought you were referring to his 90% 999 trade that he was getting some.
Yeah, that was included. It wasn't all Morgans.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I will have the largest sack. You got it, Muskets. You got it, babe.
Nutsack fits
Nutsacks
you fine.
Oh, with friends like these, man. With friends like these.
Yes, I mean, how could you not get ahead with friends like that?
Yeah,
for sure, for sure. Shaky Leg is coming through with the nutsacks fits you fine.
Nutsacks look good on you, son. I know how it is.
That's all right. When me and Catcom went up on Punisher Stackers live.
Oh yeah, that thing's cool.
He said my name, and then he said Catcorn because he couldn't read Catcom. He's like, Catcorn, that's a cool name.
Catcorn. Oh, I sent off, by the way, if you guys don't know, toot my own horn, I did send off 2.5 ounces of silver to FG Stacker. Congratulations to him for winning the Kumite. But apparently, Punisher told me I was the only one that actually, no, there was somebody else, but he said that I was the only one of the, I guess, quote unquote, larger channels that actually followed through with my promise.
Well, that's cool, man, because there was a very very low showing of people that voted as well.
What's that mean?
Well, 14 of the 28 people voted.
Oh, but the only people that could vote were the contestants, I thought, at the end.
Yes. Not the contestants. Okay. All the contestants that were in the Kumite.
Yeah.
So everybody that was in the Kumite were the people that could vote. And only 14 of the 28 voted.
Oh, gotcha. They all checked out when it wasn't them?
Well, I don't know if that's the case, but I do think that he put a lot of work in for that.
Yeah.
And it didn't turn out the way that he necessarily thought it was going to go.
That's too bad. Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, honestly, I was never involved other than, he came on my channel and he asked if I would donate. I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I voted, where all the things that I could vote, but then eventually got to, I guess you had to, do videos and stuff like that. And, at that point, my understanding, I wasn't in it, but my understanding was that I could no longer vote for people. So I just kind of, let it ride out and was waiting till it finished.
Shaky Leg, you don't understand the math.
What's up, Southeast?
You're not understanding the math, though, Shaky Leg. There was 4 people left. That means there was 28 people that could vote.
Oh, I got what you're saying. So you had to vote for the semis, basically?
Yeah. So, Catcom, I understand not everybody went to school and got the same education, but you have a computer, you have a calculator, you could have done it. I have faith in you next time, bro. Next time, I think you'll nail it.
We need to do so. My question is, who's gonna start up the next big tournament for the community, huh? Or are we gonna just let that whole thing die with Punisher's channel?
Well, since you mentioned it,
okay,
I'm gonna say it. Okay, so since there are so many poors in our community, and we don't have anybody who actually acknowledges the poors in that sense, so what we're gonna do is I and another stacker are going to quarterback a Pourers Challenge.
Oh.
Okay.
The Pourers.
It will be talent-based. So listen, the entry on it will be your initial pour. So that's your entry fee. Okay, if you're worth your mud and you think you can win this, you'll pay the entry fee. Okay, and it will be a simple silver bar. Okay, stamped with your name and weight on it. Okay, and you can either tone, not tone, ripple, not ripple. But keep in mind there will be three judges. They might not like toning. They might not like rippling. So keep in mind, you are dealing with three different people that like three different things. Okay, so there will be an entry fee. It's going to be 1 to 2 ounce pour. I'm pretty sure we're going to lean on 2. I do want to pay mine to Ping, saying that's a hefty fee to jump in, and I understand. So we might break it down to 1.5. The problem with doing anything lower than that is the bar can only be so big. Okay, a 1 ounce bar would have to be super thin at that point, or something like that, and I'd rather have something a little more stout. I mean, this is 1.5 ounces. You know, so having something.
Let me put you up. Here you go. Boom.
Something that we can judge on, right? And then there will be a second round. Second round is going to be something, not necessarily this, but something that sounds like this. Okay, so the second round is going to be, it's going to be a mix. It's going to be either you need to do a, you know, like a casting pour, a sand cast pour. Okay, but the metals can change. The styles can change. Okay, it's going to be a matter of test and skill for the pouring community.
All right, so not just a straight vote, but you actually have to show up with something.
You have to know. You have to know how to do it. Okay, in order to qualify, you have to pay the entry fee, but you have to have at least one pouring video posted. And I don't care if it's you pouring copper coral into a bucket of water. I don't care. It's got to be at least one pouring video to qualify.
Does it have to be silver? Like, can they do copper or brass or anything?
For the initial, for the pouring video, it can be whatever you want. But for the initial buy-in, has to be silver. And the reason the initial buy-in has to be silver is because the initial buy-in is going to be the prize for the end of it. Okay, so essentially, all that silver is going to be compiled into one pile, and that will be the total that whoever wins.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do like what Catcom said. There's the judges can't know whose the pours were. But that's gonna be hard because I think I'll be honest, like a lot of you guys have a very distinct style of pour, and I think that some savvy community members could probably figure out who poured what. Might be a little bias in there, you know, a little bias. You need some impartial judges like Old Dragoon who doesn't like anybody. That's who you need.
Well, so there's going to be two people that have no pours from the community, and there's also going to be one pourer as a judge.
Okay.
For technicality and critiquing purposes.
I like it. I think the competition will be good. You just got to get it all kind of like legalese out, you know, so people know exactly what to expect and what they're in and all that stuff. And
other than that,
gonna go.
Other than that, it's I got most of the rules set. I'm thinking about doing like a when we do second round, to whoever makes it to the second round, we're gonna do a wheel. It's gonna have the alloy that we're melting, whether that be silver, copper, brass, aluminum could be in there, you know, an alloy, a copper alloy could be in there, you know, so there's definitely going to be a few different things.
You know what you should do is like, I mean, you may have already said this, but like have them record doing these specific little competitions, like have them record it and then they get judged on like the finished product, the technique and stuff like that. That way they don't have to like submit every single pour that they do. And they can just kind of like melt it back down and do it again, melt it back down, do it again, and like recycle their silver.
Well, their first initial one has to be turned in.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the later stages as they're competing.
Yes, except for the end unit. The
kind of like, you know, like those knife competition shows where they have to like cut the pig and, you know what I'm saying? Like test its, you know, fragility and all that.
Yes. And popularity contest, stacking and collecting. I'm doing this to make it a non-popularity contest. It's going to be skill-based. All going to be skill-based. You have to know how to pour. You're not just pouring a bar. You have to pour an investment caster. You have to pour whatever it is that we spin on the wheel. I mean, there's going to be a few different options up there. I'm going to make this worth it.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Yeah, just again, if you need any help, let me know. I am not a pourer, but I can make pewter if you'd like. I can do some pewter pours. Hey, it's got silver in it though, because I got like that whatever it's called, like N95 pewter that has silver, so I could do it.
Well,
I could charge like 4x the silver price, right?
You could definitely charge 4x, yes, and then stamp it SD, and then mark it as art. As art, that's how you get around the gouging pricing.
Hey man, I need you stop bullying me. This is my safe zone. All right, we are friends here. I don't want the harassment and bullying.
I'm sorry.
Can we just focus on this is my goals, okay?
Well, I do want you to know that this is your channel, and feel free to kick me off.
No, you can stay. You can stay. Oh man. Anyway, I had you maximize that whole time, man. I'm giving you the whole show. I'm just kidding. How's everything been going, by the way? You've been doing Metal Mafia? That's still rocking.
Yeah, we do the Metal Mob on Sunday still. Funny enough, it's funny that you bring that up. I got a message from a fellow stacker that LBS was live doing this chicken coop thing, and he was still dragging on about that thing, man. Still dragging on about that. Months later, just can't let it go.
I have that effect on people. I'm a lasting stain on their life.
No, apparently
nobody can wash me away.
Yeah, apparently we're the stain. Me and Curry.
No, I know. I was trying to keep you from the blame. I was protecting you, sir. Let me bear the honor. No.
Listen, man, if that's the sword I have to fall on, then so be it. Whatever.
No, I don't have anything. I don't have any dislike of anybody. They're all cool people. Yeah. They all have people have their moments, and I think it's fair to sometimes call out bad moments.
I'm still sub to the guy.
Yeah,
I still watch his lives, but unfortunately, he blocked me, so I can't even tell the people that it's on live with him that I'm there. So it's just an unfortunate situation.
You have been ostracized, sir.
Yes, yeah,
yeah. Got to make that sub account Liberty Bleeds Gold and say hello.
Is that a Silver Eagle they want $49.50 for? A Gold Eagle.
Gold Eagle, dude.
2026 AGE for $49.50.
Well, you got a problem playing 20% plus of spot? What's wrong with you, son?
Well, I can go to Harry's and get a Buffalo for not much more than spot.
Dude, look, I'm not a hater on the U.S. Mint by any means, but the American Buffalo is probably the sexiest gold coin in existence. Just gonna say
it's up there. I like the 20 peso, bro. The 20 peso coin is got to be one of the highest ones.
All right, we're going. Okay, how about the 50 centavos or whatever, the 50 from Mexico?
The 50s are nice, man. They're beautiful. 37.5 grams. They're nice. They're nice.
Thing is sick.
I picked up some Dos Pesos recently on a GSR trade.
But the reason I like the Buffalo, I gotta say, not that anybody cares or asked, but the reason I like the Buffalo is it looks like it's like the texture and the lack of shine to it makes it look like a gold nugget, like found in the raw in a way. Like it's got this thing that makes me want to go grab it. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's for fact.
There's a few things in this world that have that same effect, but they aren't metal. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I feel you. You see it, you want to touch it. Let's see here. Somebody says something. Humble, just stop being blocked. Easy peasy. I feel you, bro. I feel you 100%. Bear rules. Yes, we're still coming up with the rules. That be fine-tuned a little bit, but they will be posted soon enough. I got to get with somebody on those. But I do still need to come up. I got the 1 gram PAMP. I need some 1 gram Valcambi so I can finish my gold this year. Well, I set a separate goal.
Those things nice. Hell yeah. Did you get those from Fish?
Yeah, I set a separate goal after after I reached my gold goal was to fill these by the end of the year. And that was part of my buying that I was looking to do at Harry's. But he didn't have any 1 grammers, and I had to settle for the half sovereign. I mean, woe is me.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. I have a sovereign somewhere, but I don't want to bring everything out of the safe right now. But I picked up a sovereign. I picked up a rooster. You know what I mean? Some francs. I got a lot of pesos, dos pesos, dos y media pesos, 1/10 eagles, stuff like that. So a bunch of random stuff, man. Like I said, I buy whatever's the best price for this cheap bastard is what I go get. So yeah.
Yep, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. That's why I went with the GSR trade to get to the dos pesos.
Yep.
Because those things aren't cheap. And if somebody thinks they are, I implore you to go and try and buy them for the gold that's in them. You know, they want to, it's 1.666 grams of gold, right? They want like a 225 to 250 per coin. So that's still above what you're looking at when it comes to gold spot, just because of how sought out they are. I'm glad I got them.
You ever feel like you follow? Oh, that's the gunslinger coin. Kalilo showed one of those. Those are so cool. Anyway, sorry. You ever feel like you follow like the price of metals like way more than the average human being?
Well, I did find that I was looking at spot price. I mean, that was a while back. I was looking at spot price every day, 3-4 times a day, just to get it fluctuate too much. At this point, I don't care because I'm buying anyways.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much I can buy when I'm buying. Yeah. So like today's payday. I already bought silver.
You get paid on a Wednesday, a random ass Wednesday in the middle of the week. What the heck kind of job? Where do I get that job?
Every Wednesday, brother. Every Wednesday I get paid. I get paid 2 days early with Chime, ironically enough. So every Wednesday I already bought silver. Okay, I bought 2 more ounces. I got 4 more ounces in the mail on their way. I got an investment caster, a 10.5 gram soccer ball investment caster that's coming, like the guns that I have.
Nice.
All things that I've paid. The thing's coming $12, $13. You know, I'm well under spot for everything that I buy. For the most part.
You got a good day to have a payday, is what Pang's saying, because you got the down dip price. You know, the rest of us, we get paid when silver goes up 5.5%. You know, like dang it.
That's what Pang says. He's like, it's payday, silver's up. Go figure.
Exactly.
So yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not always down when I get paid, but normally right now I would be gearing up, getting ready for because my paycheck hasn't hit yet. So it'll hit here soon. I'd be gearing up in Whatnot, ready to go in a channel, waiting to start swiping because I'm gonna hit big. I'm gonna hit things like this 5 gram gold for $90. You know, I got this 1/10 eagle for 3
1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I like my thing dropped for like a minute there.
Yeah, you're good, bro. You know, I have incredible luck over there. I don't tell people to do it that way, but I have incredible luck. It's gambling, but I win. I win all the time. So I have a hard time not buying my metals on Whatnot because I do really well.
Oh, sorry. You were saying what? Yeah, I missed your whole conversation. So I wasn't trying to like act like an idiot and try to chime in there. So you are really like you're opposite of me. Like I don't know what it is about Whatnot. Like maybe I need to go back and revisit it because I haven't done it since like years ago when it first started. And there was like I don't want to say anything negative that like might dissuade people because it sounds like you're having a lot of positives. But there was like things that would happen, and it would just like it just made me like not comfortable spending money there, if that makes sense. But it sounds like you found some, I guess, shows or whatever that like really treat you well.
Yeah, well, it's all a matter of timing too. Jumping in at the right time, knowing what rooms to be in, knowing who the audience is in the room and watching. You know, you don't just jump right in. You sit back and you watch. Southeast, I've already had it tested, bro. It's not fake. I won it on a game. Okay. buy a spin, win an envelope. I bought 3 envelopes for like $28 a piece. And this was what I won. The second to largest prize on the field.
Nice.
That's also where I got my CC. When I bought my CC, I paid 4 spins of like $26 a piece. I got my CC, a buffalo round, and 2 silver dimes. I just do really well.
Yeah. Sounds like you're like participating enough to like catch those deals. You know what I mean? So that's probably
$40. I paid $40 for that Spinosaurus you're looking at earlier.
Nice. I bought some like 1/1000th gold that was in, like an assay card, and it was in like a little round. What are they? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. But
something
a
like
container
this?
that is round that holds them. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it fell out and totally got completely smashed with all my other fractional gold. I'm like, what the hell happened here? Like I was like, it's like this little balled up piece of gold. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, that's my whatever it was, Mickey Mouse 1/1000th gold. Like, damn it, man. I can never sell that again. It's like back it out of inventory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Crumple it up and put it with the melt.
Exactly. That was like, it is what it is. So they're cool and all. My smallest now is my smallest I go to now is 121st because it's the Dos Peso. That's my favorite fractional piece of gold.
The Dos
Peso. Yep.
Yeah, I picked up 4 of those recently. I got 1 more coming in the mail.
Yeah, they're really nice, and you can often find them for spot deals or closest spot, sometimes even under.
Yeah, I traded mine on a GSR trade, so just traded silver for gold.
Yeah, I never did that like directly, but what I did is I sold silver when it was pretty high up, and then I just took the money like literally from the account, and bought gold with it. So on Reddit and such, I would list pieces for whatever, like $90 an ounce when it was like $92 an ounce spot. So I would get like the $90 an ounce, and then I would just leave it in my Venmo or PayPal account, and then I would just buy gold from somebody else. It's whatever. So I kind of like traded the GSR that way rather than going to an LCS and getting like the haircut on both ends. I did it that way, and I felt pretty good about it. So, but what I'm doing right now is probably not going to work for a lot of people, but I'm being freaking devious, dude. I basically, every time silver goes up 5 or 6% in a week, up to like $65, $66, somewhere in that range, I buy all these puts on the SLV, and then I just sell them all when silver gets back down to like 58, 56. I sold 2 today, and you make like $1,500 every 2 weeks, and I just go and I buy something with that. It's like,
if you've got, that's the secondary income for you.
It's passive, like it's so stupid. Well, so the thing is like, it's kind of like, it's a hedge, right? So I have physical silver. So if silver goes up rapidly, I lose money on those puts, right? I would lose a lot of money, but my physical metals will be worth a lot more. But if silver goes down a whole lot, I can sell those puts for cash profit, and I still keep my physical metals that have the potential to go back up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for like 2 months now, and it's been great, dude.
Hey, man, you got a system. It works.
And the day it doesn't, like I can sell anytime and cut my losses and move on,
Well, here's the thing, man. When you sell every 2 weeks, you're making money to buy what you're looking to do. So you're really not costing yourself anything, and you're adding to your stack for essentially a very nominal fee.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. And then like when I sell the puts, I have the cash, and I can just literally buy the silver at the low price as well. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
I've tried to explain it to people like multiple times, but I just don't think everybody's in a position to be able to like execute it or doesn't understand, that type of market well enough. But this is like the same kind of behavior that like a lot of people would be shouting and claiming, manipulation. But it's literally how large institutions hedge. It's how they hedge.
All you're doing is playing the game that all the big people play.
Correct. At like a fraction of the price.
At a fraction of the price. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just playing the same game, just on a different scale.
Yeah. But it's like, why not? You can't beat them, join them, right?
Jamie, I'd like to squeeze your gold about 1 tube's worth to make indents in my hand, maybe a bit or two, maybe a bite or.
It's the gnaw on that gold. Jamie G's gold stack is one of the most impressive, beautiful things that I've seen. There's only one other person's stack that I've seen that rivals it,
and that's who?
Colorado Stacker. He has disappeared since silver fell below $90 an ounce. But that mofo, I am not exaggerating. He stacked 100-ounce bars on his kitchen table one night when we were doing a live stream with Thousand Air. He stacked them like 5 feet tall, like 20 deep, 10 wide.
Silver bars?
Yes, like 100-ounce silver bars. And he must have put, I don't even know how many thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of ounces of silver on that table.
That's cool. That's cool. The problem with that
crazy
is the bars are so big. There's only 1 or 2 sellers that will take them, if not just a smelter.
Yeah, but I never get the sense that he cared about that, to be honest. Like,
if you got that much silver, man, it don't matter.
Yeah, at that point, you're just hoarding wealth for the future. Like you're not necessarily worried about the exit ramp when you have that much. I don't think. And he had smaller stuff too, but like that guy, like it was like an hour and a half of just nonstop him pulling out 1 bar at a time and stacking it. It was absurd. So
there's a few stackers out there that I know that could probably come close to that because they don't actually show it off. Would be OC Stacker, who's been stacking since the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Dub C, I'd put him in that category.
Well, the Dub C, though, has a lot of numismatic pieces, so he might not have the quantity, but he might have the value, right?
Yeah, I think the Dub C shows the flashy stuff, but I bet he's got himself quite the hoard of just blank bars or blank rounds of whatever. Yeah, and he's a smart man. I don't question Dub C when it comes to
he loves the metals
value or amounts of metals. I would definitely put him in that realm. I know OC Stacker's up there because I've talked to him about certain things, and so I know he's pretty reliable in the area. But we've got people. I had somebody in my chat the other day complaining about having 3,985 ASEs, and he's
solid. That's really good.
About completing his 8th monster box.
No, that's really good. And he'll complete it.
Silver.
He'll complete it. That kind of guy, he's determined.
I get it, but he was complaining about the price of silver. He has 7.5 monster boxes. It's like, dude, just grind it out and get it done. Quit bitching about it.
Yeah.
Just do it. I mean, you got 7 monster boxes.
And his dollar cost average is probably like $15 an ounce.
Yeah, why are you complaining about $60 silver? Just fucking do it.
I mean, I understand it. I was complaining about $30 silver not that long ago.
Hey, I was too. But here I am buying $60 silver.
Yeah, it is wild. Like it does feel like, again, not too many people are interested in the charting and the analysis, but I do kind of feel like we have approached a pretty soft landing. Well, it was kind of a hard landing, but where we're at now, I feel like we're kind of stabilizing in this range, and I feel more comfortable buying today than I did 2 months ago. So,
wow.
What's that? What happened?
Not that I'm getting crazy text messages.
Oh,
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But no, yeah,
we're $33. Silver Serpent says. That's not bad, man. That's better than some people that got in at 90 and 100 last November, December, or 120 in January.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we had a ton of people get introduced to precious metals at the peak. And so, like, I am sensitive of discussing that because, like, I understand that, like, some people, you know, actually got pretty burned on all the metals dropping. And I think that if they had a good solid reason for getting into the precious metals for like a long-term goal, I think they'll be fine. But if they were just looking to jump in and ride the wave with the hype season and get out and make a profit, they're never going to be back. You know, like they'll be sold out and moved on by now.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about all those people that bought in 81 when the peak was at 50, right?
Yeah.
They waited and waited decades for it to get to a point where they could sell off and make their money back. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And it
the
makes sense too.
The sad thing is people will bitch at 80 and they'll bitch at 50. The problem is it's at 58 right now. People still aren't going to the LCS, you know, but they'll be at the LCS when it's at 90. That's the problem. They'll be buying
isn't that
it
weird?
instead of buying it 57.
Yeah, because it's on a downtrend, people don't want to go to the stores and buy. But then as soon as it goes up another 15, 20%, all the hype and euphoria is going to come back, you know, or 30%, where everybody's going to be talking about it in a positive light again and being excited about the price increases. And that's going to draw people back in that, you know, that exited when it was 50. Like, it's just this is the human cycle. And like, I don't know, man, I've exhausted my enthusiasm and energy of trying to encourage people to not follow these bad cycles in the inverse, but I can only do so much. And at this point, I'm like, live and let live. I don't care. I'm gonna express what I'm doing, and if people want to do it, great. If they don't, live your life, bro.
Yeah, well, sadly enough, you could tell somebody until you're blue in the face that, you know, that's the wrong move if that's what you're going to make, you know, and they're still going to make it anyways.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing as people aren't going to get help unless they want it, right? So you can have somebody bitch, complain in the chat about being abused, but she's been in that situation for 4 years now, and nothing's going to change unless she's willing to make a change. You know, so it's rough all the way around, and people get stuck in cycles and they get stuck in ruts. Yep. And unfortunately, people don't break out of being a sheeple very easily. It's hard to break the sheeple mentality, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, it's easy to get drawn into, especially like if your information and knowledge source is 100% solely what other people tell you, and you don't do any like of your own kind of critical thinking and discovery and experience and understand, like you're totally susceptible to whatever the news cycle is or to whatever your friends and family are telling you, and kind of get caught in those traps, you know?
You will get caught every single time. That's the problem. And if you dodge the bullet and think you'll dodge it the next time, eventually you will get caught. The problem is the second time around, you'll go more in than you did the first time because you dodged the bullet the first time and you thought it's just an easy one. Nothing's going to happen. And here you are going doubling down and taking a greater loss. That's the problem.
Yeah. But again, you know, even if your dollar value is down today than it was, you know, 3 months ago, if you didn't sell out, you still own a precious metal that most of us purchase this stuff for a lifetime of investing and wealth preservation.
Yes.
It's like it serves so many more purposes other than the price on the chart, even though I understand I'm looking at a chart price right now, but you get my point. Like, it's got a lot of other uses and value, and it's got a lot of positives to it. And I think, you know, as content creators, especially, like, you run out of like interesting things to talk about. And so oftentimes price is the thing that everybody's talking about. And so, you know, like, you end up following prices more than you even care about because that's what is on people's mind. And if people are having questions about that, I can't tell you, like, 90% of the time when I used to do videos when price was running up, it would always be like, what do you think silver's going to do next? What price do you think it's going to go to next? Where's it going to, is it going to fall? Is it going to go up? It's like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just trying to relax. Like,
I'm just like, trying to chill.
Yeah. Like, here's the chart. You tell me, like,
yeah,
here's what it did last week. Here's what it's going to, here's what it did last month. Here's where it's at today. Where do you think it's going to go?
Yeah. Cause you're looking at the same information I am. If I had a glass ball or glass, whatever, crystal ball, it'd be different. Then you could be able to tell the future if that's the case. But honestly, if anybody says they can predict the price of silver, they're nuts. You can predict what you think it'll do. You can look at trends. You can predict that it might go down, but to how much is insane for somebody to say that.
Yeah, nobody knows the exact price. You just have to kind of like be right more than wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah, as long as you're up more than you're down, of course, then you're ahead. Yeah.
And that's if you're trading. Like if you're not trading this stuff, none of this even matters. I think people like misconstrue trading and investing. Like if you're long-term investing, price really is irrelevant. Just buy your stuff and like put it away, maybe hold it out at night on the, the coffee table or something and stare at it lovingly for about 45 minutes before you fall asleep. Whatever you want to do, stroke it for an hour and a half, whatever you want to do. But eventually, like it's just this thing that you've bought and you've basically moved US dollars into this precious metal. Set it and forget it, right? If you're a trader, well, you better get good at predicting things or lucky or you're going to go broke anyway. Lucky. Yeah.
Or at least pull the trigger at the right time so your client is at least ahead.
Yeah. And that's why I do both. Like when I buy stuff, like when I buy precious metals, I don't have the intention of selling. I'm not saying that I won't sell any. I'm saying that I don't have the intention to sell. But if silver went to $120 tomorrow, you know what? You bet your ass I'm selling some.
I would be doing a silver to gold trade for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would definitely be taking advantage of something like that because the GSR would be in the low 50s at that point.
Yep. So and if it falls to 30 tomorrow, you know what? I'm probably going to be buying a lot. Yeah, and I'm probably going to buy some. Like they'll be like, oh shit, finally.
I will be buying more tomorrow if it falls to 30 as well.
Yeah, and do I want it to? No.
No.
But
I don't want it to either because the price of my stack would be lower. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm 15 years out still.
Yeah.
I want silver to be $30 an ounce for the next 10 years.
For the next 14.
Yeah, or for the next 14, so I can stack as much as possible.
And then on the 15th year, it can go up to 3,000 for all you care. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let it run. But at this point, I'm riding the wave. Like I said, I buy every week. So I buy on a schedule because, look, I suck at saving money. I really do. This is my third stack. My first two stacks I had to use to get myself out of the turmoil I was in due to life at the time.
Yeah.
So this time around, I got gold. I didn't have gold the first time or the second time. So I've got a good mix of gold and silver this time. I'm pretty proud of myself for what I've been able to accomplish based on the things that I'm challenged with. But everybody's challenged with certain things. That's why we stack to a budget. We stack to a schedule. I promote that all the time. Stack to a schedule. Buy every month. Buy every 2 weeks. Buy once a month or once a week. It doesn't matter when you buy, but stack on a schedule. Because if you're anything like me and you can't save a red cent to save your life, then stack. Because I've been able to save thousands of dollars in metals that I was not able to save before.
Yeah, no, for sure.
This isn't my retirement. This is my savings account.
Yeah, and that's again, I think people need to like understand and respect that there are there's different reasons why people stack, and really there's very few people that are all stacking the same reason. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
And oftentimes, like I think, like we try to tell people what they should and shouldn't do with their stack or their money, but it's like you're doing that from your own subjective viewpoint, and you have no idea about their lifestyle, goals, anything. So yeah, it's just like do your thing. Like we shouldn't care what anybody else is doing. Just do your thing.
Yeah, do your stack. Your stack is your stack. If I decide to cut a gold back live on Whatnot, then I decide to cut a gold back live on Whatnot.
Was it on Whatnot that you did it?
Or Whatnot, YouTube, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Doesn't matter where I'm at. If I decide to do that with my stack, that's what I decide to do.
Well, all you did was make your stack more divisible. You didn't get rid of any of your gold content, right?
I did.
Because gold backs are gold. Wait.
Yes, I did not get rid of any of my gold content.
No, it's right there.
It's all here. It's all here. It's just
I see it. You see it?
It's more fractional than it was before.
Pure gold.
You know, pure, 24 karat gold.
Pure gold. Isn't that great? Sorry, I'm not a fan of gold backs if you can't tell. But, hey, you know.
I'm not. Look, man, I bought gold backs for givvies.
I do the same thing. I bought them for collectibles.
That's why I have gold backs. I have gold backs for givvies.
Yeah, they're a good giveaway. They are a good giveaway. I give away dimes and quarters and stuff.
I was tired of giving away dimes and quarters, man.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was, you know, when you're doing a givey like every night, you know, it adds up, and sending out a dime and every single time or a quarter every time, it's just,
yeah, I get it.
More turmoil than it needs to be.
I have a retail online business, so I do a lot of shipping. So like I've got it down pretty good. I've got my cost downs pretty good. But I definitely agree. Like shipping stuff out constantly, it's just a chore, man.
it kind of is, you know. And I get it. You run the giveaway, you want to send it out, so I get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta do that.
I just suck at shipping. I really do.
So like, sober.
I would rather do the dishes than ship shit. You know, like how bad is that? Right?
Oh Lord. No, I get it. I get it, man. That's good stuff. Well, Humble, I think it's probably a good spot to kind of wrap it. Sober, what's going on? Thanks for hopping in here. Probably a good spot to wrap it up, dude. I appreciate you taking the evening out to chat with me. I know this was pretty spontaneous. That's kind of the way I live my life. So I thank you for hopping in here last minute and chat. I think we've covered a lot of cool things, and I think people could see some pretty cool pieces on the screen and had a good conversation overall about just precious metals in general.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty envious of your Walker collection. And I will tell you now, you guys, you never compare your stacks to somebody else's, because everybody's, like you said, everybody's position is different. Everybody's circumstances are different. So you never compare your stack to somebody else's. Where I could be buying gold and you can't buy gold, that's fine. Where you can buy gold and I can't, that's fine. Okay? Because I don't compare stacks. You don't need to. Your stack is your stack. Watch it grow. Just keep adding. Yeah. So, Silver Dragons, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate you. I had a great time. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's good to get to know you a little bit more too. Appreciate it.
For sure. Thanks for having me on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us this evening, and go out and check out the Metal Mob on said Sunday nights, right?
Yep, Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Hell yes, everybody. All right, thanks, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I think price is a pretty good, solid spot to start picking up some more ounce or Unos. Anyway, and maybe buying all of Pang's Walking Liberties. What do you think?
Yep, I'd be buying some right now, too. As a matter of fact, when we're done, I'll be buying some. So we'll see you guys later.
All right, boys. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Ladies as well. Bye-bye. I have no idea how to end the stream, guys, so y'all going to hang out with me for a second. Oh, there it is. Got it. Peace.